Everybody, Dandavat Pranam. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Vihari Ju Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Nityal Pavishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Tadiya Shubha Tirobhav Titi Ki Jai. Tadiya Viraha Mahotsav Ki Jai. Nityal Pavishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Titi Vyas Puja Maha Mahotsava Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Param Gurudeva Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai. Tadiya Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gaurkishoras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Padadasa Raghunath Shard Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Naam Acharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandal, Gaura Mandal, Vraja Mandal, Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradatta Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams everybody. All glories to my beloved Śrīla Gurudeva and to Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Jai Shri, and to all of their God brothers, all of their disciples, and all of their followers, anybody who has any respect, like any honor for them. Jai, all glories to them. Haribo. All right, so today I had some issues getting started, so that's why I'm starting late today. But today will be a very short program because we have a morning program happening in Mayapur, so I have to go for that kind of soon to start kirtan. So this is going to be a very incomplete program, but we'll have to continue it tomorrow for sure. I thought today, just to show why Gurudev chose this day to enter Nitya Lila, I thought it would be nice to read, I'll read from this book, A Treasury of Holy Days. Chapter 1 of this book is a class that my Gurudev gave on Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja on this very day, on his Vyas Puja day. And I also, like a month ago, I read an article, another class that Gurudev gave. That was a very long one. This one will be much more short, but there's a very long class that Gurudev gave a different year, I think. And so you can find that if you are on the YouTube channel, you can just go down like about a month and you'll see a thumbnail, a picture there of Gurudev's glorification of Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. And then, actually, if there's time, it'd be nice, maybe we could read. I really like Pran Kishore Prabhu's offering in Raise of the Harmonist. Maybe we could read that if there's time at the end. That one's just so heart-melting, that one. All right, so we'll begin. One second, let me share my screen. Dandavat pranams, Ndri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, and Champak Mataji. And who else is there on YouTube and Facebook? One second. And there's Raseshwari Mataji, Rup Manjari Didi, and Nitai, Ganga Mataji, Raj Bhuvan Yadavji, and everybody. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people. But I can't see your name if you don't write a comment. But Dandavat pranams, everybody. Hari Bol. So remember, we're going to continue this tomorrow. Today's going to be very incomplete, very short program. Okay. Just sharing my screen. One second. All right. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. The Appearance Day of Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Vāmana Mahārāja. This is chapter 1 of that book. The Treasury of Holy Days was previously known as Śrī Prabandhāvalī. Vyas is the personality who delineated the glories of the names, form, qualities, and pastimes. Sorry, one second. The names, forms, qualities, and pastimes of Bhagavan in this world. The ceremony to honor the Acharya who's sitting on the throne in service. The ceremony to honor the Acharya who, sitting on a throne in the service of Bhagavan, preaches his glories and attracts people towards him is called Vyas Puja. Another name for Vyas Puja is Guru Puja. In India, the general convention is that Guru Puja is observed on the day of Guru Purnima. It is considered Vyasa's appearance day, and on that day, all sampradayas worship their respective gurus. But in accordance with the scriptures, the primary acharya of modern times, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, he established special worship on the specific appearance day. On that guru's own appearance day. So I was just getting everything set up a bit more. Okay. Okay, it's all set up now. It is considered Vyasa's appearance day, and on that day, sampradayas worship their respective gurus, but in accordance with the scriptures, the primary acharya of modern times, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, established special worship of the guru on that guru's own specific appearance day. Sorry about that, guys. Real Guru Puja is when, on his appearance day, the guru worships his whole Guru Parampara and instructs his disciples on how to do the same. In the scriptures, the glories of the guru have been described extensively. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written, Yasya prasadar bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. 8th verse of Guru Rashtakam. By the mercy of the guru, one receives the mercy of Bhagavan. And if one doesn't receive the mercy of Guru, he will never attain the kripa of Bhagavan. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-27, Shri Krishna says, Acharyam mam vijaniyam navamanyeta karhichit namartya buddhyasuyeta sarvadeva mayo guru. One should know the Guru as the Ashraya Vigraha and non-different from me. One should never disrespect him or attribute faults to him by perceiving him with material vision, for he is the embodiment of all the demigods. There are numerous demigods and goddesses, and amongst them, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh are primary. The Guru is the embodiment of Brahma, the embodiment of Vishnu, and also the embodiment of Mahesh. He is compared to Brahma because just as Brahma creates this world, the Guru creates bhakti by sowing the seed of devotion in our hearts. Vishnu is the maintainer, and Gurudev is he who maintains our bhakti. As long as we haven't attained the stage of prem, he continues to strengthen our devotion. As conditioned souls, we cannot even imagine how much endeavor he makes for even one disciple. As conditioned souls, we cannot even imagine how much endeavor he makes for even one disciple. And as Mahesh is the destroyer, the Guru also, he destroys all our anarthas and aparads. That is why the Guru is said to be the embodiment of all the demigods. And it's a very common glorification of the three pillars of the Gaudiya Mat. I mean, we've heard this many, many times, how people would say that these three, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Gurudev, and Śrīla Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja, were like Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Because Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he like the creator, he would give devotees initiation and start their path. He would, and then Gurudev, he would take care of them, and like continue to maintain the devotees, like for many people. And then Śrīla Trivikram Gosvāmī Mahārāja would crush all the anarthas and any kind of pretentiousness and like that. So they were okay. There are so many jivas in this world, and although some are inclined towards Bhagavan, most are averse to him. Their intrinsic forms are as eternal servants of Krishna, but forgetting this, they are wandering in material existence. Without bhakti, they will never possess any auspiciousness. Therefore, sometimes Krishna himself descends into this world, and sometimes he assumes different incarnations, and sometimes he sends his Shakti in the form of the Guru. Otherwise, it would be impossible for the jivas to ever receive auspiciousness. Only by bhakti can they attain their ultimate good fortune. Yet bhakti is not a thing of this world. Inside the eternally perfected associates of Krishna, the essence of the Samvit and Hladini Shaktis is always present in the form of Prem Bhakti. Until the jiva receives that essence, he will not possess any real auspiciousness. The Guru is a resident of the spiritual world, and he descends into this world. He brings the prem of Goloka Vraj to this world and bestows it upon the conditioned souls. Such a great personality, an eternally perfected Ragatmika devotee who possesses Vraj prem and brings it to this world, he is known as a Shuddha Guru. As the current of the Ganga carries water from the Himalayas down to the ocean, there is a current flowing through our Guru Parampara, which, beginning from Krishna himself, has come down to the modern acharyas and is presently flooding the entire material world with Krishna Prem. This is the primary function of the Guru. Haribo, Shubhananda Prabhu. Oh, and Manjari Didi, Haribo, and Vidilalasa Didi, and Vamsiwala Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Oh, is the volume low? Sorry, I'll put that closer to my mouth. Okay. If someone is not able to give this prem, then he is not really a guru at all. Being capable of bestowing Krishna prem is the primary attribute of a genuine Vaishnav guru. Today is the appearance day of such a guru, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Vāmana Mahārāja, who serves as the present acharya of the Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. See that glorification, and wow. The Guru is a resident of the spiritual world, and he descends into this world. He brings the prema of Goloka Vraj to this world and bestows it on the conditioned souls. Such a great personality, an eternally perfected Ragatmika devotee who possesses Vraj prema and brings it to this world is known as a Shuddha Guru. As a current of the Ganga carries water from the Himalayas down to the ocean, there is a current flowing through our Guru Parampara, which beginning from Krishna himself has come down to the modern acharyas and is presently flooding the entire material world with Krishna prema. The primary function of the Guru, this is the primary function of the Guru. If someone is not able to give this prema, then he is not really a Guru at all. Being capable of bestowing Krishna prema is a primary attribute of a genuine Vaishnava Guru, and today is the appearance day of such a Guru, Śrī Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vāmana Mahārāja, who serves as the present Acharya of the Śrī Gurudeva Samiti. Sorry, just wanted to... He took birth in 1916 in the district of Jeshore in East Bengal, which is now Bangladesh. His boyhood name was Santosh, and his paternal uncle was one of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada's first disciples, Nrsimha Maharaj. Vāmana Mahārāja's mother was also a disciple of Prabhupada, and she was very strict. She would even discipline her husband. If her husband had been eating any prohibited food, she would not allow him to enter the house. and she disciplines the children in the same manner. Vāmana Mahārāja was the oldest of her 4 sons, and she was very concerned about him being influenced by his father. So when Vāmana Mahārāja was only 9 years old, she took him to Prabhupada's mat in Mayapur, where Nrsimha Maharaj was already staying. When they arrived there, Nrsimha Maharaj led them to our Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, who was the temple commander at that time. Residing in the mat from that day on, Vāmana Mahārāja received Harinam initiation directly from Prabhupada and has remained a lifelong Naishtika Brahmachari. Our Guru Maharaj immediately put Vāmana Mahārāja in school and would say to him, "I will give you some chocolate if you will recite just one shloka for me." In this way, he learns many shlokas, and Gurudev was always extremely affectionate to him. At that young age, Vāmana Mahārāja learned how to seat the Vaishnavas for taking prasad by giving them a leaf to eat from and some salt and water. And after all the Vaishnavas had finished taking prasad, he would clean everything. He would clean everything. He also learned how to cook there, and he could very quickly prepare first-class offerings. Gurudev said that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, in 1 minute, he could chop a whole pile of sabji, and every piece would be exactly the same size. Chop, 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 and it'd be all done. After some time, actually, can I just, 1 second, I on this topic, I mean, I've read this here before, but it's just so beautiful. I want to read it one more time. Just an example of how, at that age, how Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja would serve the Vaishnavas. Let me just find it here. vineofdevotion.com. Here. Just bringing it up. This is my website. Where is it? Where is it? I think it should be here. No. Anyways, never mind. Maybe it's... Yeah, I know where I'll find it. Huh. That is so strange. Anyways, never mind. Let's continue on. I don't want to waste any more time. Okay. Sorry about that. Actually, wait. I know what I can do. I can just search. There it is. Okay, here. Okay. Nara Hari Prabhu would gently shake me awake. An example of how to conquer the heart of Guru and Vaishnavas is seen in the life of Śrīla Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Every day at midnight, Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu would awaken the Sevak Santosh from his sleep. And this is when he was just a young boy, 9 years old, 10 years old, like that, 11. In Srila Guru Maharaja's words, this is Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī speaking, he said, I would be quietly and gently shaken awake, and I'd understand that Narahari Prabhu had come. Immediately rising from bed, I would put on a gamcha and follow behind him to the many toilets, one toilet after another. Narahari Prabhu would hold the torch, and I would take a broom and bucket of water and clean each toilet. At that time, there was a latrine pit system. I used to empty the toilet pit filled from the previous day and throw all the stool to the designated place, far away, cover it with dirt, and return. Then, after taking bath, I would rest a little. This was my daily service, and I would do it before all the Vaishnavas arose. The special type of Guru Seva performed by Srila Narottam Thakur was performed by our Guru Maharaj daily during the time he lived in Sri Chaitanya Math. So that was the kind of service that he did. Yes. Okay. There's more on this topic, but anyways, we got to continue on. So, okay. Sorry about that. After some time, Prabhupada departed from this world, and then our Guru Maharaj established the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti in 1943. I joined the mission in 1946, and at that time I saw how Vāmana Maharaj was doing everything, writing letters, managing the temple, cooking, and traveling for preaching. Together with my godbrother, Srila Trivikram Maharaj, we received sannyas from Guru Maharaj on Guru Purnima in 1954. Vāmana Maharaj is a great scholar, just as our Gurudev was. It has been said that he is like a dictionary of shlokas because he knows so many verses from the scriptures. While reciting lectures, Gurudev would sometimes forget a shloka, Vāmana Maharaj would always supply it from memory. Once, when he went to Assam for preaching, Gurudev boldly declared that the mouths of people there who ate meat and fish were like the drains of sewers. One of the sects there was virtually prepared to stone us, and they challenged us by saying, "You say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan himself, but what evidence is there of this?" Guru Maharaj turned to Vāmana Maharaj and said, "Speak." Then Vāmana Maharaj recited 50 shlokas, one after the other, from different scriptures as evidence, and those people were silenced. Guru Maharaj placed the entire responsibility of editing and publishing our Bengali magazine exclusively upon Vāmana Maharaj. From his boyhood, Vāmana Maharaj studied Bhagavatam verses and their commentaries, and as a result, he can speak on Vaishnava philosophy for hours without stopping. He is such a great scholar, and he is a very sweet person as well. There's Gurudev is also explaining that Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he was very introverted. He was very shy, and he was not. And he said that Gurudev said that he remembers when Param Gurudev got Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Param Gurudev wasn't able to give class one day, and so then he had Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. He told Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja to give the class, and Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī was just so shy and so afraid that when Gurudev said that he opened up the book, and he read one verse and the translation. And then he went on to the next verse and read the translation, and then turned the page and just read the next verse and the translation, and like that. And he didn't even look up from his book or anything. And he somehow he passed the whole time just like that. Even though Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja had everything, he knew more than, and he was the dictionary, right, of all the scriptures and everything that in. And so then Param Gurudev, to kind of break him out of his shell, and Param Gurudev forced him to go preaching, and he gave all his, because Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī was in charge of all the printing and all that, and so Śrīla Gurudeva gave that service to somebody else, and Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī was devastated. That was his service that he did forever, but he had to follow order of Śrīla Vāmana Gurudeva. And then after he went out on preaching, and he was forced into having to speak Harikatha to people like that, and then he came back completely changed. And then Gurudev said that you could go on speaking Vaishnava philosophy for hours without stopping. He is such a great scholar, and he's a very sweet person as well. With children, he is very affectionate, and he speaks with them concerning things like ghosts that they enjoy hearing about. He attracts everyone to spiritual life, and even in an assembly of scholars, he is always the greatest scholar. He refutes others' misconceptions, but he does it in such a way that their feelings are not hurt, as if carefully performing a surgical operation. One second, I just want to see the comments. Sorry, okay, now I have it on the next screen. Vāmana Mahārāja is very grave and quiet. And there's another special quality that he possesses. I have seen many people, myself included, who give explanations from the scriptures and enjoy taking praise from others for it. But having known Vāmana Mahārāja for almost 50 years, I have never seen him do this, not even by accident. He is also very tolerant. As if taking poison and digesting it, he may see the faults in others, but he never speaks about them. He has so much, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja is very famous for, he said that this was one of the last instructions that he received from Param Gurudev, is Dekbe, Dekibe, Shunibe, Bolibe na. You can see everything, you can hear everything, but don't say anything. He has so much eagerness to preach the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has preached in all the villages of West Bengal and Assam. Bhagavan has especially empowered this great personality with many transcendental qualities. Today I pray to Śrīla Vāmana Mahārāja that he will mercifully allow me to always remain as his shadow, thereby enabling me to always follow him. I consider him to be my Shiksha Guru, because since the day I joined the mission, he has given me whatever I required with great affection. Jai Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai. All right, so that was for Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Then something I thought we could read for Śrīla Gurudeva today is Prankishore Prabhu's offering. It's let me see if I can find it here. One second. I think it's in this issue. But let's see. Yeah, I know a keyword to type in. Prerak, because he mentions that. Okay, it must be in the other issue then, not the 2011. It will be in the 2010 issue. Sorry about this. It'll be here then. Actually, I know how to get it up quickly. Sorry, I was in a rush this morning, so I didn't get everything. But this article is really special. Not this one. It will be this one. No. Entering Nitya. No. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Found it. Okay, so I think everybody here knows Prankishore Prabhu. He is probably one of the, I think the first Westerner to fully take shelter of Śrīla Gurudeva and like accept him as his Shiksha Guru, 100%. And because this is the early 80s that he began developing a very intimate relationship with Śrīla Gurudeva. And he would, in 1985, he went on the Brajmandal Parikrama with Gurudev. He was the only Westerner there that year. And Gurudev used to weep, remembering Prankishore Prabhu's, Prankishore Prabhu, he would, like Śrīla Gurudev, he wanted to perform some service for Gurudev, and Gurudev explained to him, well, first thing he did was he paid for, Prankishore Prabhu doesn't have very much money, but like first thing he did was that, in Keshavji Gaudiya Math, it used to be a very plain wooden altar, and then Gurudev had him sponsor putting like silver plating on that altar. And that was like his first service. But then the next one was Gurudev got this land. It was an old dilapidated temple in Vrindavan. And so Gurudev said that they need to they want to demolish the place and rebuild a new temple there. And so Prankishore Prabhu, he, for many years, him and his whole family, they sacrificed everything, completely everything, so that like you can hear the stories of I heard from Padmanabha Maharaj about how he lived and the things that he used to do so that he could send money. Like his family had to move from house to house. Anyways, there's many details, but it's so heart-melting when you hear the dedication with which, and like the surrender and the excitement with which he served Śrīla Gurudeva in that way. And so he was an especially, anyway, so I wanted to read his Pushpanjali because it's really beautiful. Okay, a humble Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my divine master. I offer my prostrated obeisances at the divine lotus feet of my Diksha Guru. One second, just making sure everything's running. Okay, I offer my prostrated obeisances at the divine lotus feet of my Diksha Guru, His Divine Grace, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I offer my full Dandavat Pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. And finally, I offer my full prostrations at the divine lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrīla Gurudeva. Oh, I didn't know that. He also... I didn't know that he performed service to Radha Vinod Bihari and Mathura as a pujari before. That's very interesting. Yeah, he is very, very quiet, humble. Okay. Dearest and most beloved Śrīla Gurudev, the year was 1978, and I used to dress Shri Radha Govinda in the New York temple. My godbrother would play a recording of a bhajan tape while we dressed and decorated Thakurji. The songs were captivating. Vibhavaris Shesha, Jay Anila Premadhana, Emona Durmati, Hari Haraye, etc. Every day, I would dress Thakurji and listen to these sound vibrations, and something soon began to touch my heart. I inquired, who is the person singing these bhajans? And I was told it was you, Srila Narayan Maharaj, the devotee who placed Srila Prabhupada in Samadhi. Your voice was the sweetest and most powerfully captivating sound vibration I had ever heard. I was told by someone that you were the most renowned kirtaniya in the whole Gaudiya Math. Days passed into weeks, and weeks passed into months. And as a ritual, we would play that same recording each morning. Something must have gradually entered my heart, because at some point I made a quiet declaration to myself. I must find him and I must serve him. One year, in the early 1980s, I was in Vrindavan and eagerly began to inquire from the local devotees about how I could locate you. Go to Keshivji Gaudiya Math in Mathura, the place where Śrīla Prabhupada was given sannyas, I was told. Full of eagerness and like a small child, I embarked for Mathura, unaware of the profound change that was about to take place in my life. When I reached the top of the stairs in the Math, I could see the temple room and the deity doors. I looked to my left and I saw you sitting in a chair, looking straight ahead, chanting on your mala. No one else was there, and no one was looking at me. I just stood there staring at you, my heart beating faster and faster. I knew it was you, although I had never seen a photo of you. Something more than mystical was happening to me as I stood there for at least 2 or 3 minutes just looking at you. A revelation came to my heart. You are again in the presence of Śrīla Prabhupada. I remembered some words from a tape of Pujapad Śrīla Sridhar Maharaj that was being circulated. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. The heart will never lie. I approached you and paid my pranams. You looked at me with your bright blue eyes and suddenly smiled proudly as if you had been sitting in that chair waiting for me. That was all it took. My heart was captured, stolen. Overwhelmed, I sat at your feet. It felt as if we had found each other again. In December of 1984, I came to stay for some time in Mathura. During this stay, you so kindly fulfilled my desire for seva to you. It was out of your causeless love and mercy that you did so. A large plot of land had been donated to you near Sevakunj, and you brought me there to view it. We walked around the plot together, and you described to me in vivid detail what your plans were. You eventually pulled out a large paper with an intricate architectural drawing of the Math plans in its entirety. Personally, to my own eyes, all I could presently see was an empty plot of land with a small hut that had been dilapidated by what appeared to have been a fire. When I left Mathura that time, my life changed drastically. For the next 6 years, I spent all of my time collecting to assist in the construction of Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math. I spoke of you to all my friends and godbrothers. Some became very eager to meet you. It was an amazing and exciting time. I felt such purpose to my life. We were exchanging letters, and sometimes you would say, "Please come soon, or we will feel some difficulty." I would come 2 or 3 times a year with my various collections. Some of my friends, although not having yet met you, would also help generously. I used to love placing large stacks of rupees all around your feet and your body as you sat on your bed. At those times, Naveen Prabhu would always tightly lock the door. Once you said, "I feel that I am just dreaming that you have placed all these rupees on my bed. Will I wake up?" You were so kind and loving to me. It seems that you were always worried for me. I remember your embracing me and holding me tightly to your chest. I could feel your heart beating. One year when I was leaving, it was wintertime. You noticed that I was wearing a short-sleeved shirt and said that I was like a vairagi and would be cold traveling through so many countries. To my shock, you removed your own saffron sweatshirt from your body and handed it to me, ordering me to put it on. A few brahmacharis were in the room, and they looked somewhat stunned. I refused to put the shirt on and said that instead I will place it on my altar and worship it. But you strongly insisted. So I squeezed into it. The sleeves came only to my forearms, and the chest and shoulders were so tight. I never felt so warm in my whole life, so loved. You laughed and embraced me. I was at a loss for words. Years later, in the 90s, when I was with you at Rupsanatan Gaudiya Math, you pointed to the pillars and various structures and said, "You have done this." I would strongly object and say, "No, you have done this." Arguing back and forth, I finally said that Krishna had done it for you. Krishna can only do prerak, you replied, and then walked off away laughing. Prerak, my previous name, means one who has been sent. In the late 80s and early 90s, a small devoted group had taken shelter of your lotus feet. You began to elaborately speak upon topics related to our ultimate sadhya. You described Radha Dasyam in all its splendor and glory. You gave us deep commentaries and sweet leelas from Raga Vartma Chandrika, Ujjvala Nilamani, and other Goswami Granthas. You instructed us to perform bhajan with the single aim of an ekantik Vraj Bhav mood directed towards Radha Dasyam in the line of Sri Rupa. You warned us not to cultivate any activities that would create Purusha Bhav. You thoroughly clarified the Manobhishta and speciality of Sriman Mahaprabhu and the deep meaning of Rupa Nuga. It was like a new awakening for us, the next phase of our spiritual life, a continuation of what Śrīla Prabhupada had brought us. You were slowly changing us. You once told Champakalata, who used to come and stay in India for 4 to 6 months with our girls, he'd say, "I want to transform you so much that when Pran Kishore comes, he will no longer recognize you." Coming to the West, Prem Yuga, the second Hare Krishna explosion. None in your group of devotees ever conceives that you would leave India. When preparations were being made for your first Western tour, you called me to your room and you told me that your Guru Maharaj had come to you and instructed you to go and preach in the West. You also told me that you had promised Śrīla Prabhupada that you would preach in the West and that you would surely fulfill that promise. I will never forget how shortly thereafter we saw you disembarking out of the gate at LAX in 1996 for the first time. It was a completely surreal scene. A small group of devotees were nervously chanting, walking here and there, anxiously waiting to greet you. And I think Bhavatarani Mataji and Nri Hari Prabhu were among some of those devotees, right? A kirtan slowly began, and the people started coming through the gate. Finally, we saw you and Naveen Krishna Brahmachari from a distance. You were shining like the warm morning sun. You smiled widely when you saw all of us. The moment was perfectly captured by Gokul Prabhu as he snapped a photo of Champakalata trying to place a garland on you as she wept and laughed simultaneously, utterly stunned to see you on Western soil. You and Naveen Prabhu laughed to see this. It was back in 94 or 95 that Shripad Gaur Govinda Maharaj had told his disciples that a Prem Yuga would be coming and it would begin in 96. It was a prophecy that none of us understood at that time. It didn't take long after your arrival in 1996 to understand what Shripad Gaur Govinda Maharaj had seen in his transcendental vision. Soon after your arrival, a massive flood of bhakti would envelop the planet again. A second wave, a second explosion coming after the departure of our beloved Śrīla Prabhupada. I was fortunate that first year in that I was able to be your driver. I drove you all over California. I was able to be with you here and there, and also throughout the Far East in those first few years. I witnessed firsthand the transformations devotees would go through after hearing your Harikatha for only 2 or 3 days. I watched grown men and women, god brothers and god sisters, stand before you, weep uncontrollably, and then fall at your feet. One devotee could only utter the words, thank you, weeping and weeping. You smiled lovingly, put your hand on his head and said, I wanted this. Only a resident of Vraj, a parikar of Shri Radha and an intimate associate of Sri Rupa could perform such magic on the hearts of devotees everywhere. O Gurudev, dear friend, dear master, you told me once that Śrīla Prabhupada was Satya Sankalpa. Whatever he said is bound to become truth. This was his nature and caliber. Gurudev, you are also Satya Sankalpa. One time in Mathura, you asked me if I were happy. I asked you why. You said that if I were not happy, that you would personally begin a court case against Krishna on the side of Srimati Radhika. You said that Krishna had promised in the Bhagavad Gita that if his devotee serves him, and that Krishna promised in Bhagavad Gita that if his devotee serves him, then that devotee must become happy forever. So if I were not happy, then you would take Krishna to court for not telling the truth. Just after this, I became a little emotional and told you that if I had to take birth again, I might be directed to another guru. I told you that I never wanted to be separated from you. You took my hands and promised me that you would find me. You said that we would always be together and that you would never let me go. You are Satya Sankalpa. Your words must become truth. They are all I have now to keep me alive. All other prospects are now bleak and meaningless. The only thing of value is to be with you eternally. Please find me, Gurudev. Please look for me, even if I stray to weakness. You are my only hope. Destitute and shattered, your Pran Kishore Das. Okay, so that's our reading for today. I have to get ready for a program, and tomorrow we will continue. Okay. Okay, this ends with Mahamantra, and then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Kishore Prabhu, could you do Jai Dwani?
Jai Nitai, Jai Sabrikar, Shishi Guru Gauranga, Kanharivika, Kirit Hari, Rad Vinor Bihari, Rad Naina, Rad Raman Bihari, Rad Madhava, Shishi Mahaprabhu, Radha Raman Bihari Jiv Ki Jai, Shri Govind Gopinath, Madan Mohan Jiv Ki Jai, Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Paramham Sabre Vrajagshari Varyasto, Drashta Shishman, Bhaktivigan, Priti Goswami Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Paramahams Shiromani Parivrajagachari Varya Yogacharya Raskacharya Rupanugacharya Varya Shri Bhakti Yogacharya Dev Nityanand Mahaprakash Gauranga Antaranga Shrimati Radhika Kripamurti Ram Shri Krishna Govinda Govijana Vallabha Prishta Raman Bihari Prishta Shur Swaruparvan Vaishnav Shrishta Jagarguru Shtotrashta Shishiman Bhaktivedanta Sharanarayan Goswami Maharaj Parit Pavan Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Zvangres Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Patit Pavan Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Stotrashta Shishaman Bhakti Balab Tirtha Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Natyalela Pravishtam Vishnupar Stotrashta Shishaman Bhaktivedanta Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. अबीन गुरुदेव शिल भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। अबीन गुरुदेव नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान भक्तिवेदांत विक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान भक्तिद्वैत माधव गोस्वामी परम गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज शिल परम गुरुदेव चार्य केशरी की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान जगद्गुरु शिव वृषभानाविद्वैतराज शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद महापरम भगवत परवार परमहंस स्तोत्र शिशुमान गौर किशोर दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद सप्तम गोस्वामी स्तोत्र शिशुमाद सच्चिदानंद भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वम स्तोत्र शिशुमाद जगन्नाथ बाबूजी महाराज की जय। सूर्य कुंडवासी सिद्ध श्री मृसुंदास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री उर्वदास उदनान दास की जय। कुरविनान आचार्य श्री शिलपति देव विभूषण प्रभु की जय। महामहोपरिद्याय शिरोमणि शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पाद की जय। जय शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। जय शिल रसिकानंद मुरारी प्रभु की जय। श्री शिल रामचंद्र कविराज की जय। श्री लोचन दास ठाकुर की जय। जय शिल नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर महाशय श्रीनिवासाचार्य श्यामानंद पंडित प्रभु त्राय की जय। जय शिल कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। जय व्यसवतार अर्का विशल वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री अष्टकविराज वसुरजान नित्यानंद दुर्ष गोपाल श्री चौषति महंत की जय। जय श्री रूपा श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ सर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। शिल रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। शिल रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। शिल सनातन गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री स्वरूप दामोदर रय रमानंद लोकनाथ गर्भ आदि गौर परिषार वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री शिल ईश्वरपुरी गोस्वामी पाद की जय। जय श्री शिल माधवेंद्रपुरी गोस्वामी पाद की जय। जय श्री अंतरदीप मायपुर श्यामानदीप गौतम दीप मध्यदीप कलुदीप ऋतुदीप जानुदीप माधुरा द्रुमादीप रुद्रदीप मात्मका श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। श्री केशव जी गौरीमात नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय। जय श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय। जय श्री गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। श्री श्री गौर गराधर जीव की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्णा गोपीनाथ गोपी गोपा गो गिरि गोवर्धन प्रसाद वनाथ माक श्री ब्रजमंडल धाम की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंगा सखी आमन सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी ठाकुरानी की जय। हमारे स्वामिनी श्रीमती राधिका की जय। हमारे स्वामिनी श्रीमती राधिका की जय। हमारे स्वामिनी श्रीमती राधिका की जय। जय श्री ललिता विशाखा चित्रा चंपकलाता तुंग विद्या इंदुलेखा रंगदेवी सुदेवी आदि शक्ति वृंद की जय। जय श्री आनंग प्रेम मजलाली श्री रूपलमंगा राघविल सगुणरति कस्त्री कमल नयन मणि अरि मंजारी वृंद की जय। श्री विनोद मंजरी की जय। श्री राग मंजरी की जय। जय श्री गुरु मंजरी की जय। जय श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भगवती पूर्णमासी उमा देवी की जय। जय श्री गोपीश्वर सरशिव महादेव की जय। जय राधा पदन की तदाम श्री वृंदावन की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र नीलमाधव जीव की जय। श्री तत्व गोपीनाथ की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद आविर्भाव स्थली की जय। जय श्री धमदार गौरी मात की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ पुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र मंडल नीलाचल धाम की जय। जय सर्वा विघ्न विनाशन कुरे भक्त विघ्न विनाश श्री नरसिंह देव की जय। जय भक्तराज भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। जय श्री चरिराम चरि संप्रदाय चर्यचार्य की जय। श्री मध्वार मनोज विष्णु स्वामी निम्बृत्य चर्यचार्य की जय। जय कर्मतरा श्री चैतन्य मार्ग की जय। श्री गौरी मार वृंद की जय। जय श्री केशव जी गौरी मात की जय। जय श्री ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भगवताम भगवद गीता चैतन्य चरितामृत चैतन्य भगवत जैव धर्म आदि सर्व गौरीय वैष्णव ग्रंथ वृंद की जय। श्री जैव धर्म की जय। अद्भुत सुशील गुरुदेव की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन धर्म की जय। जय त्रिभुवन मंगल धन्य कलयुग तरक ब्रह्म श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम नाम हरे हरे महामंत्र की जय। श्री आनंद कुरी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री समकट गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अबीन गुरुदेव नित्यालेल प्रविष्टाम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र शिशुमान भक्तिभ्रांत विक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय बीन गुरुदेव नित्यालेल प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद और नित्यानंद बीनाय गौर कमायकचारिणे गौर कमायकचारिणे श्री ठाकुरानी प्रिय केशव देव पृष्ठ अष्टोत्र शिशुमान भक्तिवेदांत शिल वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। शिशुमान भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय। जय नित्यालेला प्रविष्टाम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमान जगद्गुरु हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस शिल भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। पतित पावन श्रील गुरुदेव तिरुभाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय। जय श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। बोलो जय जय श्री राधे। जय जय श्री राधे। बोलो जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavascha Jai.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्री वर्ग की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीगण राधा कुंड श्याम राज गोवर्धन की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जी की जय। प्रिंस गौर कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। महात्मा चैतन्य मठ की जय। श्री गौर वेदांत समिति
Kishore,
was
stop.
that?
Could you move it closer to the mic?
ग्रंथ की जय। श्री श्री सोदा भक्ता सकल वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री काशी परा की जय। काशी परा की जय।
Hari Hari Bo.
महाराज
Hari Hari Bo. Thank you so much for that, Kishore. That was really nice. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavascha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Rukmini Didi, Champak Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, and let's see, on YouTube and Facebook, there's Raseshwari Mataji, Ganga Mataji, Raj Bhuvan Yadav Ji, Rup Manjari and Nitai. Who else? Manjari Didi, Prajumna Prabhu, Mantra Murti Mataji, and Vidyalala Sadidi, Vangshiwala Prabhu, Sudevi Didi, and who else? Braja Mataji, and Prajumna Prabhu, Mantra Murti Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, Jai Shri Didi, and everybody, Dandavat Pranams. And I see many other devotees there. Dandavat Pranams, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And tomorrow we will have to do, I don't have anything planned if you have any suggestions. But yeah, we have to do something more because one day is not, 1 hour isn't enough to properly glorify both of these personalities, our Śrīla Gurudeva and Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Jai Shri Radhe. Hari Bol, everybody.
Vivo, Dandavas.
Dandavat pranam, Sanjay. Hare Krishna.
Frankie Shore ki jai.
Yes, yes, Jai Ho. That was beautiful.
Most
Like-
beautiful.
Yes.
I just like with my I noticed with myself on like on Gurudev's disappearance day, and yeah, I don't normally feel so much like myself. Like I don't usually feel any kind of emotion or like, but it's when I see the offerings of very dear devotees of Gurudev and I see their feelings for Gurudev, then then I'm able to like begin to feel something. Otherwise I'm just like completely dry and so that's why. And I read this quote all the time. I'll just share it. 1 second. Notes. 1 second. I'll share my screen. Oh wait, never mind. It's not. My notes aren't showing up. That's strange. Oh no, there it is. Excessive. Here. You've probably seen me share this quite a few times already, but I really like it. It's like, so this is in a Gaudiya Patrika issue. It says, why is it so important for a sadhak to experience separation? In order to give motion to any substance within the material world, some energy is needed. For example, with the help of excessive combustion, rockets can carry a space shuttle across the layers of the atmosphere. Similarly, in the stage of sadhan, the sadhak will only make advancement when the fire of separation from Guru and Krishna is present. If properly ignited and blazed in the heart, this fire of separation can take the jiva beyond the many layers of this material creation to the spiritual world. When the sadhak associates with a devotee who is already experiencing the intense fire of separation, that fire is ignited within his own heart. This sentence there gave me some hope. Like, I might not be feeling any separation, but if I can be with those who are feeling an intense separation, then maybe that fire can also be ignited within my own heart.
Wow.
Those with a profound and intimate love for their Gurudev are overwhelmed by the most painful feelings of separation in his absence. Conditioned souls like us cannot possibly imitate the genuine feelings of separation experienced by Krishna's eternal associates. If we ever feel the slightest trace of what they feel, our lives will become successful. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? And it's, yeah, so that gives me some hope. So, all right. So, yes, Niri Hari Prabhu.
I pray for that association. Frankie Shores.
Yes. No, and that's the thing, is everybody has some special, unique relationship with Gurudev that nobody else has. It's very personal, and everybody has something, and so that's what we look out for everybody. We look at that thing, like we pray that whatever love and dedication that you have for Gurudev, may I have some of that also. And like that's how we can connect with others. That's how we can respect, honor everybody. Śrīla Gurudev said that what is a symptom of one who has Guru Nishta? Means that he'll feel deep gratitude and love for even a dog that has served his Gurudev.
Right.
And so, and the only thing that's blocking us from really becoming connected, like in a very tangible, real way to Gurudev, is that we our offenses and the way that we look at, we're not just looking for that one beautiful heartfelt connection that everybody has for Gurudev, but we're seeing all these other things and judging them based on this and that, and it's this which is making our heart hard and not feeling anything and so that's why, of course, it's important to not just be blind and think everybody's a pure devotee and like that, like we have to be, but the thing that we look out for, that we pay attention to, that we want from, that we can get from every person, we can everybody has some love for Gurudev and has done some service for Gurudev, and even a dog has done service for Gurudev, that we feel indebted for that. Then what to speak about people who have served Gurudev so much, And so, yeah, that's my prayer on this day, is that I can actually begin to honor everybody and not just try to look at everybody's faults and judge people based on this and that. And even people who really don't like me and that I really don't like and that I think have done terrible things or whatever, that's like all temporary. Gurudeva will wash all that crap away. But I want to connect with everybody. Like my prayer, my aspiration is that I can connect with everybody on that level, based on their relationship with Gurudev. I don't know, that's just, yeah.
Yes.
Braja Mataji saying, serving the Brajavasis who felt great separation from Krishna when he left Braj to reside in Mathura is a supreme constitutional occupation. Yeah, that's Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, right? On his Upadeshavali. Yes. Yes. And so this act of Gurudev entering into Nitya Lila is actually his greatest mercy upon us, because this is when we can actually begin to really go much deeper and make a much more real, intimate connection with him. That was never possible before. He's giving us a chance to now we can become really serious. And if we can actually sincerely follow what Gurudev, the only purpose, he didn't want to come to the West and, spend all this time. He wants to just be absorbed in Radha and Krishna's pastimes, his own bhajan, but he's made a huge sacrifice for us. And so why? To give us these instructions. And so if after he's going through all this endeavor to try to give us something, and then we just blank him, we just ignore him, we don't actually appreciate what he's given, then it's actually an offense. Because if you're trying to help somebody and they just blank you, how does that make you feel? And so on this day of Gurudev's disappearance, Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja wrote an article, Self-Assessment on the Disappearance Day of Sri Guru. This is a time, yes, we can focus on, it's nice to think about all the sacrifice Gurudev has made for me and all that, but more importantly is, what have I done for Gurudev? How have I become a disciple? How have I accepted the instructions that he's put so much energy in? We don't even know what Gurudev has done for us internally, and like that I heard Śrīla Vāmana Gosvāmī Mahārāja said that if we actually knew how much Gurudev loved us and how much sacrifice he's making for us, if we actually even realized a tiny drop of that, we'd be crying at every moment. But we're completely unaware. But if we can begin to follow, we at least make an effort to follow what Gurudev's instructions, then we'll start to be able to realize, oh my God, Gurudev's done this for me. And we'll start to appreciate, and then we'll start to be able to really understand his glories, what he's actually done. If we just try to focus on what he's done in his glories without thinking about yourself, about how you're actually trying to follow and making a firm resolve to, okay, I'm going to at least try more and more, continuously endeavor, then we'll never be able to understand his glories or appreciate him. And our glorification of him will just be empty. It won't have any depth to it because, sorry, I'm going on a whole rant, but sorry. All right.
Your rant is well appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
All right, so see you all tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not even giving anybody else a chance to speak, and I'm just going on. I have to actually start getting ready, though, for this program in Mayapur now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe we could all have a little chance to say something. That might be nice, if you can let me know if you'd like to say a little something in glorification of Śrīla Gurudev.
Okay.
All right. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Haribol.
I'd like to do my sons.
You're too far away from the mic. I couldn't hear that.
I don't know how to open it up.
What?
I don't know how to open it up.
Oh, okay.
It's
Great.
open.
Oh,
Dan-
Haribol.
Yes.
I'd like to sing the song I wrote for tomorrow. Would that be all right?
Yes, that would be right.
Okay.
And I need to show you how to. I keep on forgetting to do that. I'll write it down. Show you how to turn off the noise suppression, because that
Okay.
lots of times you can't hear anything when they're singing. So I'll try to make a note to do that.
Thank you. Okay.
Dandavat pranams, everybody.
धन्यवाद।
Hare Krishna.